What is going on, everybody? It's your boy GS. Welcome back to another Madden 18 video. Today we're going to just show you a lineup update, man. We made, I think, 4 purchases, and we went ahead and each card was about 1 million coins for us to get. So it was more than about a little over 4.3 million coins worth of upgrades that we went ahead and made to the squadron. Offensively, we made 1 change. Most of it was defensively. Wide receivers, everything stays the same. Running backs the same. Offensive line the same. But we did pick up tight end Jimmy Graham, who was about 1 mil even, and it's been a little expensive, but the card just looks monstrous, man. As soon as the card came out, definitely a card I wanted to get. Definitely a card I seen that I wanted, immediately. But just wanted to see if its price would come down, and it's been about 1 million, about 930K, somewhere around there, and it's been hanging really consistently at that price. So got them for 1 million coins even. And one of the biggest reasons why I wanted the card, 2 reasons. One is the run blocking is really good on this card. You take a look, it's at 85, and it's one of the highest at the tight end position. So I know whenever he's out there, I can hopefully count on him for some consistent blocking. You guys know I run the ball a ton, so anybody that can hold blocks well, I definitely want on my team. No matter how much it's going to cost, man, I always try to make sure I, put good blocking on the field. So that was one thing. I mean, well, 3 things. The 2 of them is his height. Obviously, 6'7". The guy's a monster. The guy's tall as almighty hell. Definitely want to try and take advantage of that. High point passes in the red zone. Just a big target. But and he also has playmaker. And at the tight end position, that is something that there's not too many of them. Not too many tight ends that have that, and playmaking is something I'm really trying to learn to take advantage of more often. And most of the time, my tight end is the closest to me when I'm passing the ball. And a good, well-timed playmaker can just completely devastate a defense. And definitely want to try and take advantage of that with Jimmy Graham. 85 speed, pretty good. Again, 85 run block is amazing. He has ×2 go deep chem, so that is going to help his spec catch and his release. So his release is being up there at 94. I mean, not too many tight ends get pressed anyways, but if he's ever in a situation where he should get off the line fairly well. 88 route running, 90 catching traffic, and 96 spec catch. The guy just looks flat out phenomenal. Not as good as a pass catching receiver as Tony Gonzalez, as he has less route running, less catching traffic, less catching, little less speed than Tony Gonzalez. But again, a bigger target, more spec catch, and better run blocking. So with him and Delaney Walker both being excellent run blockers and both having playmaker, both of these guys will be on the field for me, in certain formations at the same time. And when we pass the ball out of there, we got not 1 but 2 tight ends with playmaker, so we can go on ahead and if nobody's open, whoever's closest to me, if it's one of these guys, I know I can playmaker them in any direction, and they'll go immediately and exactly where I want them to go. And it's a very deadly thing. I decided not to go with the new left guard Randall McDaniel because we have Incognito of Secure Pass Protector here, and I don't think it's that much of an upgrade for him. He's definitely a better pass and run blocker, but not that big of a difference for me to go after. Definitely enjoy anybody with Secure Pass Protector, and so we decided to stay with Incognito. Now defense here, this is where we made some few more changes. You take a look on our defensive line. We went ahead and went with Abraham to try him out. I had Campbell here, and Campbell was a monster. The Thursday edition, 94 overall. Campbell, who I highly recommend. He's expensive as hell though, but he was really good, like really good. I decided to go with Abraham, give him a shot because of his speed. You know, I mean, 88 speed is just so fast, and there's times where he can literally jump the line and just run around and be untouched because of that speed. You know, 88 speed is so fast, man. He's tracking down anybody in the game. It doesn't matter who it is. Even if you got Vic, 88 speed is definitely fast enough to hawk down and make a play. So if he does get a block shed, which is pretty damn high at 95 now, you know, with that speed, he can create some havoc in the backfield. A lot of power moves, so I'm hoping he makes a nice addition to our defensive line when it comes to stopping the run. And again, I just really wanted to see what I can get out of him with that speed. 88 speed for a defensive lineman is absolutely insane. We went with Motivators Von Miller. Now this card right here is really expensive. This is the most expensive card that we added. I got it for it's probably cheaper now, but I got it for 1.32. His average price is like 1.27, somewhere around there. So I didn't overspend by too much. Again, another card I was hoping to see if his price was going to drop, but it's been consistent at about 1.2, 1.1, you know, somewhere around there. And his he's going to be able to add +2 block shed to everybody. You know, 85 speed, not the fastest guy in the world, but you know, huge block shed, 96. We have 94 finesse move from him, 90 power move, 93 hit power. And again, he is going to add +2 block shed to everybody, which is the biggest factor on why I wanted him. Because we all know a block shed can change everything of a play. It can really dominate a game for you if your opponent cannot hold their blocks. You know, we're going to go on ahead and, you know, just dominate the run game because, you know, if he tries to run, we're going to get block sheds and prevent him from being able to, you know, really get going. Most people got Barry Sanders, LaDainian Tomlinson, these finesse backs that are really difficult to stop. But, you know, if we can get some block sheds and prevent them from hitting the outside and get to them before they can start making their moves, then that's a big plus, and that's definitely what I'm trying to, you know, accomplish in our defense. Like, look at Ray Lewis here, because we have physical front, tier 3 done, which is giving us +2 block shed, and then another +2 block shed from Von Miller. He has 99 block shed. 99. That should really make it difficult for anybody to hold him, and he should definitely be into play one way or another extremely soon. Now, I want to get rid of Brian Urlacher, and I want to pick up. Let me see if he's on the other block. I want to pick up the Luke Kuechly, and I want to see if I can get the tiered up version of him, power him up. You know, looks really good. But there wasn't any team of the weeks of him available, so I couldn't do it. But I definitely want to pick up this Luke Kuechly. We'll be selling this Urlacher once I get a team of the week. All right, now there's some up. I know he's going to be expensive. He's not going to be cheap, and I need both cards. So we're looking at 220 here, and then another 530. So we're looking at 700K. We need to go on ahead and get. In order to power him up, but we're able to sell Urlacher for whatever he's going for, which will help out with the price, you know, somewhat. But I will be getting that Luke Kuechly. My next gameplay, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have Luke Kuechly and Ray Lewis over Ray Lewis and Brian Urlacher. But yeah, +2 block shed again, 99 block shed for Ray Lewis. You take a look at Lawrence Taylor, he has 96 block shed. You take a look, because I have the Dallas chemistry, you take a look at Too Tall Jones, he has a block shed of 98. Mean Joe Green now has a block shed of 97. Aaron Donald now has a block shed of 92. It's just block sheds all over the place, man. And I feel like this Von Miller is adding something to the team that's so important. Again, block sheds can just really devastate. You know, how many times have, we've hike the ball on the pass and we get a block shed and we're unable to get the pass off, or there's a block shed right before our guy finishes their route, or you try to run and you try to hit the outside and bam, there's a block shed, and that's all I'm hoping for. Just these random sheds to go in my favor to frustrate the offense. The legend that came out was Ricky Jackson, and I wasn't going to pick him up, but his stats are just too good to ignore because I knew I was going to go Von Miller all the way. Once I seen how slow Ricky Jackson was, I was going to debate on, okay, I know we got a new left outside linebacker legend coming out. Who is it that we're going to go with? Is it going to be Jackson or is it going to be Von Miller? And once I seen 84 speed, I'm like, okay, this made my decision a lot easier. We're going to go Von Miller. Because most people got Barry Sanders, man. You got to chase him down. At 84 speed is very difficult to want to put on your field, knowing you got to chase down somebody with 95 speed. But this card is just godlike. I mean, you take a look. He, as well, has 99 block shed. So I have two guys on my linebacking core with 99 block shed between him and Ray Lewis. Now, Ray Lewis has 95, but he's getting +2 because of the physical front maxed out, and then another +2 thanks to Von Miller. So he and Ricky Jackson with 99 block shed. If somebody's running the ball a lot, I will be putting Ricky Jackson out there over Von Miller because he has the block shed advantage. He has the strength advantage. He has the high tackle rating. He has high hit power. He has everything. This card is just godlike. He just doesn't have the speed I wish he had. I wish he had 88 speed, somewhere around there. If he had like Ray Lewis speed or Lawrence Taylor, 88, 89 speed, he would have been a no-brainer. 84 speed is just a tad slow. But it's still, again, his block shit is so damn fast, is so damn high. Maybe he doesn't need to track down Barry Sanders. Maybe he'll just get off the block if Barry runs towards him and he'll just make a tackle. So I've been told, I don't know if it's true, but I've been told that a motivator does not need to be on the field in order to make it active. As long as they're in the starting lineup, everybody receives the benefit from it. So if I do flip Von Miller for Ricky Jackson, he's still going to have his 99 block shed. There's going to be times where I run quarters, and I'm going to put him on a defensive line. 99 block shed, I definitely want to take advantage of that. So I'm going to remove John Abraham to put in Ricky Jackson. I'm going to remove Too Tall Jones. This is my game plan of how I think I want to run, like whenever I go to quarters. On the D-line, on the left end, I'm going to put Lawrence Taylor here. I'm going to put Ricky Jackson here. And my D-tackle, I'm going to put Too Tall Jones here. So I'm going to have 90, what's Lawrence Taylor's block shed again? 96? Yeah, 96. So I'm going to have 96 block shed on my left end. We're going to have 99 block shed at the right end. And then we're going to have 98 block shed at the D-tackle with Too Tall Jones. And I feel like we're going to be able to stop the run from there with the 3-down linemen in quarters. I mean, in dollar. And then, my two middle linebackers in dollar, I'll have Ryan Shazier if I'm running a blitz. Or I will have Derek Brooks because of his zone coverage. And then I'll be using Ray Lewis or, whatever. Or no, Anthony Barr. I always use Anthony Barr. So, definitely a ton of block shedding added to the team. We also picked up, we actually picked up more than 4. I forgot we picked up these guys. We picked up the new punter that came out, the Football Outsiders punter, Sammy Koch. I don't punt often, but there are times where I need to punt. And 92 kick power. He's just going to be able to boot the ball really, really, really far and be able to, just change field position and hopefully force my opponent to drive downfield, a lengthy field instead of, a short field. So we went in and picked him up. He was 300K. And then we also picked up Greg Zorline, who has 94 kick power. So we definitely wanted to add him to the team. 94 kick power should be able to boot the ball. I would like to think from about 57, 58 yards. Because the kicker I had before, Bucher, was able to kick about, 55 yarders. So I'm thinking Zerline could kick about, 56, 57, maybe even like 58, and, with some wind. The reason why we're not starting Koch, if anybody's wondering, is because Hecker has focus kicker, and because he's in the starting lineup with focus kicker, that's going to activate anybody else with it, and I have Adam Vinatieri with it as well. So all my PATs are kicked by Adam Vinatieri. I manually sub him in, and then if a field goal is within 50 yards or under, I'll put in Vinatieri because I know he can make that kick, and it's going to give me that slow kick meter, and I can go on ahead and sub in Zerline for any kicks where I need some extra length. So I can manually sub in Vinatieri, and he's going to receive the focus kicker chem because Hecker is starting with focus kicker. And obviously, anytime I have to punt the ball, I'll manually sub in Koch to go on ahead and do that. So with these two guys combined, we're looking, everybody's about 5 million coins worth of upgrades. It's going to be closer to 6 once we get Keekly. And I still have a ton of things to sell my item binder. I really got to stop being lazy at some point and go through everything. I have so many cards to try and sell. You take a look, I got all these cards that we pulled yesterday. A lot of elites. I probably have over, I don't know how many elite cards do we have. Players that we can sell. Okay, this says we have 300 elite players. 300. And it just keeps adding up. And you can take a look at my item binder. Items. I have 60. I'm almost maxed out. At some point, I'm really going to have to go through all these and start selling. I have so many damn cards that I have to sell, man. I got to start putting these things on the auction block. I have 2 gameplays coming out later today. No live commentaries, though. But I will be uploading 2 games from my stream that I played with this team. So you will see Von Miller, Jimmy Graham, Jackson, and all that stuff. I was live streaming yesterday on Twitch, and I had 2 really good games that I wanted to share with you guys. So I just clipped them from the stream. So quality isn't going to be the best because it's been clipped from the stream, and it's going to be post commentary. But the games were really good, and I wanted to upload those. So those will be later today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, man. We got a bunch of new players. It's your boy Jess. We're going to go on ahead and be signing out. Peace!